fight. Well done. Round 2, fight. Well done. Well done. Nightwolf wins. Friendship. Friendship again?
All right, here we go. It's the Rexer Show. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I will bring my guests on shortly, but first, we have Pdubs as acting co-host tonight. Pdubs, how's it going?
Good, brother. Thanks so much for having me on. This is your show. Less pressure on Pdubs. I just get to sit here and click the buttons and help you run the contest.
That's right. You just you got the easy part. You got the easy part. So
I get to just sit back and relax.
Yeah. Now, thanks everybody. Complete Geek TV, Adam, Jeff, Sean, Kamla. Guys, thanks for watching. I hope you're coming in from the stream with John D. That'd be cool. I heard it was good. I didn't watch it, but maybe we'll talk some talking points there at the end here. We do have a lot of other stuff to talk about. But first, let's bring on our panel. What do you say? Let's do it.
Let's do it.
First, guys, we're going to bring on Glens Retro Show. Glenn, how you doing?
Glenn couldn't make it, but once again, Negan's here to pick up the slack.
Negan is here.
I'm sorry, I haven't taken a bath in a while. I got some odors around here that you might be seeing on the screen, but, you know.
That's terrible.
No one else is here.
Terrible. All right, let's go to our next guest, Michael B. How you doing?
I'm fantastic, Rexer. Thank you so much for having me back, despite how poorly I did as your co-host last time.
No, you did fantastic. You know, P-Dubs will see how he does. He's going to control the chat. He can start showing those chats and all that stuff. So we'll see how good he does with that. Let's go to the next guest. Steven from the Tech Buzz. How you doing?
Hey, man. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Good to have you. Now you get your chance. We're going to do a trivia at the end. We're last man standing. You're going to have your chance. You know, you're not going to have a teammate to see how well you do on your own. Now, everyone, I'm going to bring on our last panel guest, and this is a new YouTube channel that I was turned on to, actually from...
Wait. Define turned on.
Yeah, you look a little too excited. I don't know if I like that.
What does that mean, Rex?
Not Complete Geek TV. Gaming Off the Grid had... I'll let them explain it. Let me bring it on. Jeez.
Calm down there, Lucille.
All right. It's Retro Rivals.
Hey, guys.
Now, thanks for coming on. I just want to say before we get started that we have Scott and we have Jen. And Jen is the first lady on the Rexer Show. If we exclude Pdubs. Excluding Pdubs. You better be careful, Pdubs. You made fun of me, so those digs are coming back. All right. Anyway, say hello, Retro Rivals. Tell them how I saw your channel and I decided to bring you on.
No problem. So it was a surprise to us, too. We got nominated for YouTuber of the Month on Gaming Off the Grid from RetroWolf88. Yeah, and he contacted us. I was like, okay. We had never even, that sounded very Canadian then. Okay.
Okay,
or
thanks, man.
like Midwestern, I'm not sure.
All right, yeah. I mean, I'm a fan. Everybody should be a fan of Gaming Off the Grid. But for now, this is your plug. I'm going to give you your plug early. Go to Retro Rivals. It's Retro Space Rivals on YouTube, and go subscribe to them. Let's get them over 1,000, so then you can do some mobile live streaming.
That'd be awesome.
Thanks, guys.
All right, I'm going to crack a beer, but I had to show this. You Star Wars fans. You got one of these?
I thought you were turned on. That's where I thought that was from.
This is awesome. You got to get one of these bottle openers if you're a Star Wars fan. It's a must.
Heavy breathing.
Now, listen, one of the topics was Amazon, guys, that I put on the thing, okay? And I know this isn't a gaming topic, but we all love Amazon, right? We all hate Amazon, right? You love and you hate them. I mean, who doesn't love the fact that you're looking for something to buy and it says, ooh, if you order within the next 5 minutes and 20 seconds, you can have it tomorrow. And then it's click, click, click. I mean, you know, you got to love it, but then you hate how big it is and all that. So here's what happened. I went and I bought like a camera, a real cheap camera. I needed one. It doesn't matter. Okay. And when I'm opening the box, and you guys probably won't see this, but I got one of these. Okay. Has anyone seen this before when they've gotten
Gift
something?
card?
Yep.
Yeah.
I have.
Okay. So Pdubs, you guys, Retro Rivals, have you seen something like this?
She has.
I've seen it before, yeah.
Okay. So are you aware, you read the back, okay, and it says, you know, I won't read it verbatim, but basically it says, if you're satisfied with this product, would you mind giving this product 5 stars? And then we'll give you the $15 gift card, okay?
Total bribery.
Yeah.
That's extortion.
Yes.
So now they're bribing, right? So now they're
bribe?
now they're kind of bribing. Then it even goes further and says, send a picture and a screenshot with your 5-star review, and we'll give you $5 more. Okay? So now I can't stop thinking how this goes back to where I always say it's hard to give a fair, opinionated review. And here I'm thinking, I'm opening it, and I'm going, I haven't even done the review yet, but I'm like, well, for 15 or 20 bucks, man, I can give this thing a 5 stars, and I haven't even tried it yet. So
Yeah.
So now I'm going, and you know what? If it's not great, I'll just say, well, for the price, I'm starting to justify my reasons why I'm going to give it a 5-star review so I can get this money. Here's my question, and I'll start with Michael B. Is that wrong of me to do that? And is it wrong of the company to do this? Because now everything is skewed. When you look at Amazon ratings, you'll see skewed ratings. That a bunch of people giving it 5 stars when it's not. Michael B.
Yeah, it's wrong. Under no circumstances should you give in and accept the $15. I mean, it's up to you, but they should not be allowed to do that. That should be, in my opinion, reported to Amazon, and there should be things in place to prevent side options like this. It's crazy. I've never heard of it before.
Yeah, and I don't even know if it works because I didn't do it. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
And people in the chat, please tell me if you've seen some of this on Amazon or when you bought something. And obviously, chat members, this is interactive. So chat away, please. We like the show to be interactive, and Pdubs should be showing your chats. So it ended up having fisheye and bad audio, and I just couldn't give it a 5 stars. I couldn't even give it a 2 stars. But Retro Rivals, wrong of me to even contemplate giving it a 5-star?
I think anybody would contemplate it. I think anybody would say, well, maybe. And if it legitimately was good, then you could give it the 5 stars. But
Yeah, but I
couldn't do it.
I think at the end of the day, when you're finished with the product, even if it was good and you enjoyed it, would you actually give it a 5 star? A 5 star, in my opinion, is almost perfect.
it's perfect.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
It's perfect. All right, Tech Buzz, do you think it's okay to be bribed, to be skewed? Did you ever have this experience where you wanted to give something a good review, maybe on Amazon, maybe not?
Well, I'm kind of wondering why you're giving away all Pdubs secrets here. I mean, this is just absurd, you know. But no, I kind of agree with everybody else here. I think that I think buying reviews is it's not doing the consumer justice. And I mean, honestly, if we really want to talk about it, getting free product, people don't know how to really tell the truth if they get free product on a review. And I think that kind of gets tainted from time to time. And, you know, fortunately, you know, if you have people like this that can give an honest review, even if they got it for free. But I don't think you should do it for the money. I think, like in your case, you should just be honest and say, yeah, it's really a crappy camera.
Right. I should have gave it a bad review. You know, not even. I didn't even give it a review. But Negan,
well, then they
what do you
still might
think?
give you
Send them the
$15.
$5. Here's your bad review, and here's $5 to put into
Maybe
your
they'll offer you
R&D.
more.
Negan, what do you think? Any experiences like that?
Well, only from the ladies. You know, I get that from them on the dates. You know how that is. I got the 5-star anyway. But if I'm speaking here about this, I think that's total BS that they do something like that. Because as you said before, you know, people look at those star ratings, you know, to try and judge if they're going to buy something. And if you're starting to pay people for that, I mean, come on now, really? It's wrong. And I'm glad you didn't do it. I'm really glad you didn't do it.
Yeah, it is wrong. And that's what I hate about now Amazon ratings. I don't know if they did this for this item. I don't know if it did it for that item now. Oh, well.
Oh, you definitely know that the other people here on the ranch over here at The Walking Dead are taking that cash. You know they are.
Yeah.
So those reviews now can mean really nothing.
Right. Okay, let's move on to the next subject. Pdubs, you're on board with Van Halen. I wanted to do something on Van Halen. We all know Eddie died recently, and a big fan of Van Halen's. But Pdubs, one of the obviously questions with Van Halen is Sammy Hagar or David Lee Roth. And Pdubs, if you're listening, I know you're typing over there.
I'm doing 3 things at once for you. Buddy.
Oh, thank you. Sammy Hagar or David Lee Roth?
My choice, my preference.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't really say.
They're equal.
They're
Not
equal?
even close. Michael B. Moving on to Michael B.
David Lee Roth, but why not both? David Lee Roth.
Thank you. Correct answer. And your favorite Van Halen song?
Mine, Running with the Devil.
Sure, good song. Okay. Retro Rivals.
What do you want me to answer?
This is a free show.
You know what? I'll probably reference a coworker of mine who's an old school rocker, and he would say Sammy Hagar. And he
You lose off the show.
You lose, boot now. Okay. And favorite song?
Oh, mine's Hot for the Teacher.
You watched the video
I seen the video this morning.
I wouldn't have learned
I remember those videos
like that.
Yep. Jen?
Well, it is Panama, but for the longest time I thought it was Animal.
Yeah, she would sing.
I would say Animal.
Animal. Yeah. Ain't nothing like it. Hot shiny machine. It's an animal. I mean, it makes sense. Burning down the avenue. Animal. Terrible, Jen. Terrible. All right. Tech Buzz, favorite song in David Lee or Sammy?
I'm gonna go with David Lee, and Jump is my favorite.
All right. Negan.
Oh, come on. Dancing with the Devil, without a doubt. Come on.
Okay. All right. So here's the deal, guys. We're gonna have some trivia for the people in the chat. We're gonna do some audio trivia. Okay, I'm gonna play a clip of Van Halen, and this is gonna give you a chance, and I'll explain it later in the show, to win an Amazon gift card. We're gonna do $20 Amazon gift card, but you have to answer one of these trivias correctly. And I'm gonna play a clip here, guys.
So you're buying their vote.
I am.
Pretty much.
I am.
So somebody else learned this too.
Actually, not only that, he hasn't done that review yet. So, in fact, he'll give you the extra $5 if you do the review for him as well. Give him 5 stars, you get more money.
Make sure to give it a thumbs up after you
and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah, right. You give it a thumbs down, thumbs up, man. It doesn't matter. All right, here we go. Let's do the first clip. It's Name That Tune. There's only one caveat here. You can only answer once. And if you answer multiple times, you're going to be blocked from the rest of the questions. So only answer once. I think, by the way, Pdubs, more responses for David Lee or Sammy Hagar in the chat.
David.
Definitely David Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Here we go.
Rex.
I hope I did this. Yeah.
Hold on. You know that Mortal Kombat that you have there. Here, let's fix it. There we go. Pdubs rocks. All right.
I told you, Rex, you're going to regret it.
We can continue with the show now.
I can't believe you changed my background, man.
I just want to make sure the audience knows Pdubs rocks. And now that looks better. They can actually see the background. This is too busy. This is better. Less is more. Rex.
Pdubs,
all right.
Pdubs, your Photoshop skills have gotten much better.
Pdubs. Here we go. I'm playing the song. Just a little short clip. These are 2 of my favorite songs. Hopefully I remember to add the audio. If I didn't in the chat, just tell me no audio and I'll fix it. Here we go. You're going to get a short clip. First one to name that tune. All right, that's all you get. A little bit of that, and I'll play it one more time for you guys. Name that song.
Rex, is this for the live chat or for the
live chat?
This is for the live chat, guys. Live chat. Put it in.
I know there. Whoa! I gave a little more there. Whoa! You heard that there. All the girls I see. That's not the correct answer.
Nope. That's
But
not it.
I know there's a little delay, so we're gonna have to wait for some of the answers from. But does anybody in the panel know that one?
I actually don't know that
I
one.
don't know. it
Nobody
either.
knows that one. Jeez, we're gonna have to wait for some
Come on, guys.
solid Van Halen fans. Turn it up a little bit.
Hey, we'll take
There-
this from Twilight Zone. It is Feel Your Love Tonight.
There we go.
Oh,
We
wait,
got it.
wait. Correction. Well, Scott J put Your Love Tonight.
We're not giving it to Your Love Tonight. It's
All
got to
right.
be Feel Your Love Tonight. Yes. I can't wait. Feel your love tonight. Okay. So he will be entered. One of the entries into the contest at the end. Show Me Retro got it right, but a little bit late there, my friend. Okay. Follow-up question. This is just answer. First one in the chat. This is not related to Feel Your Love Tonight, but here's the question. Just answer. One answer per person. Eddie Van Halen played a solo on what Michael Jackson song? Eddie Van Halen played a solo on what Michael Jackson song? And that's all you have to do is be the first to answer that question. Does anybody? Don't answer in the audience here. Does anybody know that one? It's a popular
Nope.
song.
I'm not that big of a Michael Jackson
Oh.
fan.
Wait. And Smacks.
Oh, I didn't know
Was
that.
it Smacks?
It was Smacks.
He got it with Beat It. Good answer, Smacks. Okay. Now, just so we know, the two people who have won, we got Smacks, and who was the other one, Pdubs?
Smacks, and we're going to give it to, hang on, Twilight Zoner.
Twilight Zoner. Write their names down. Okay. We have one more audio clip and then one more question. And what we're going to do is at the end, each one of these people who wins, you guys are going to be playing for one of these individuals. You're going to be playing the trivia for one of them to win them a gift card. So the person that wins will win this person a gift card. Now, let me share this screen again here. So, all right. And we're going to go here. Okay, get ready, guys. It's probably, let's see if it play. I don't think it'll just play, but if it does, be ready. All right, there it is. Didn't play perfect. We're looking good here. We're going to turn it up. Get it a little
Let me know if
louder
you
this
need me to
time.
fix the background, Rex. I'm ready to fix the background whenever you're ready.
I'm glad you put mine back, Pdubs. Thanks. All right, this is another one of my favorite songs. It's not actually their song. It's a remake, but here we go. Let's try it. First one in the chat. If you've already answered, do not answer. If you're just joining now, it's Name That Tune Van Halen. Here we go. Okay. Anybody in our panel? Did any of you know that one?
That's a deep cut.
Oh, man, it's a great song. Somebody in the audience is definitely going to know that one. And they'll deserve it for sure. Here we go. I'm going to play it again. Not Ice Cream Man.
Nope, not Ice
I'll
Cream
let it
Man.
play out a little bit.
Nope.
I'll let it play. First one to get it.
Keep playing. I got to pull the app up so we can find out what it is. Hang on.
Oh, Rex!
I know it. It played it in the song. He said
They literally just said the name in the song.
Fighting man, sure enough. Now he leads a different life.
Come on, guys!
There he
beautiful
says it
wife
right
right
there. Right there, he says the name of the song. There we go, Brad.
Brad! Woo!
There we go.
Big
All
Bad
right.
Bill.
Good job. Big Bad Bill is sweet William now. He's doing the dishes. All right. How do you guys not know that one, man? I'm disappointed. All
A
right.
young audience. That's why.
Yes, it is a young audience. So here's the follow-up question, everyone. This is for the fourth person to be selected to win that Amazon. And the question is, and this might be a Googler because this one's pretty hard. But on that song, Big Bad Bill, you heard a clarinet. And if you already won a spot, don't answer. Don't answer if you've already won a spot. And you might have to Google this one because it's hard. But if you know it right away, you're going to know it. Who played clarinet on that song, Big Bad Bill is Sweet, William Now? Who played the clarinet on that song?
Holy
Why are
cow!
you laughing, Mike V?
Wow, that didn't take long.
What?
Show me retro.
Show me retro. Got it with Eddie's father. There's no way he Googled that. I just said it. I would say no way he Googled that. His father, Jan Van Halen, was the correct answer.
Van Halen fan.
Wow.
Cool. That's very cool. Very cool. But now, speaking of, I'm going to show you guys a little clip here, and we're going to get to the arcade one-up, all the stuff in a second, guys. Where this is the last thing, and then we'll get into all that arcade talk as people join. But I found something interesting, okay, and I want to share this screen here and share the audio. Eddie Van Halen is famous for basically the two-handed tap, right, or the two-handed tap where you're tapping the fretboard, all that. If you're familiar with that. But did he invent that is the question. And some people think, he invented it. But watch this video and you'll find out that he really didn't invent it. Because
where'd you find me on that old video? How'd you find me?
Or Rex, maybe because YouTube wasn't around back then, he just didn't come across this YouTube video and thought he invented it.
Right. Now, this video says Eddie Van Halen's dad, but it's not Eddie Van Halen's dad. So whoever did this did one of those good old clickbaits, kind of like some of our fellow YouTubers love to do with clickbaiting. But take a look. That looks pretty familiar to me.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he cannot have a wife, I tell you right now.
So
too violent on that.
Just interesting, I thought. Just interesting there. Okay, let's get into the arcade talk and the console talk, guys. Here's what we're gonna do. I came up with this options menu. It's a list. It's a bunch of stuff. Games, consoles, arcades, pinballs. I'm going to give you guys, and people in the chat participate as well. I'm giving you $1,500 to spend each. And let me bring up the menu here. And you get to pick basically $1,500 worth of stuff. And here, let me just bring this up here. We'll take a look at what's on here. You can't go over. You can go under, though, if you want.
Can I have some of my husband's $1,500?
No.
Is that a thing?
She's going to take 50%.
If he lets you.
So we're doing Price is Right rules. We can go close, but we can't go over.
Yeah, and you guys remember Wheel of Fortune. You remember how, if you're old enough, they didn't used to give you money. You remember that, Glenn? They didn't give you had to shop after you won the money, and you shopped in the stores. Retro Rivals, you guys, not saying you're old, but right? You remember that Wheel of Fortune? Are you Wheel of Fortune fans?
Oh yeah.
I like Wheel of Fortune, yeah.
There you go. Okay, let's go. Let's breeze through the list, and we're going to talk about a couple of these just briefly. Okay, you got the PlayStation consoles, the digital or the hard disk, Xbox, Atari VCS. Now, Glenn, what do you know about the Atari VCS? Give the people audience a quick check.
Sure. It's a product spending, they took your money 3 years ago, and it's still just a picture on the screen. That's what the Atari VHS is.
Yep. So we don't know if it's coming out, but anytime soon. Then you have the Intellivision Amico, and then we go into arcades. So, and you'll see the prices on here. You got your big Buck Hunter, you got your Street Fighter, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, your Marvel Pinball. Now, the one caveat here when you guys spend your money is if you already have it on pre-order, you have to act like you don't have it on pre-order, okay? But you can use an excuse saying, well, I have this, so I don't want this, and buy something else, not necessarily, that you don't have to think that you don't have it already. Okay. So Sean Power says he loves the Amico. Then you have the MVSX. Now, I'm so tired of the MVSX, guys. I saw people do another review on it. I didn't even understand it. here's what I'm going to say, and we'll go
Hey,
down the
don't
list.
say that. I
P-Dubs.
got to do my review yet.
Well, everybody watch TechBuzz
Come on.
review. Well, you're going to get some hype here, so people will watch it.
Well,
TechBuzz,
I
'cause we're gonna talk.
found out that my review unit is supposed to be sent to me after Glenn, which is supposed to be sent to him after the Buzz.
Which is, we might as well see the skeletons floating around here. That's what I want to get it from him.
Like seriously, Buzz,
Hey,
get it buzzing.
nobody told me anything. I've gotten zero information. So
Well, and the good thing is we have retro rivals on here who hasn't heard. My audience hasn't heard what they think about some of these things. So we're going to get your opinion on this MVSX. But starting with Pdubs, I'm tired of everybody's reviews. Okay. The one thing that I keep hearing this consistent thing is, oh, well, it's got good emulation and the emulation is good. You know why I'm tired of this? Because it's simple to emulate arcade games. And then the other thing is they're not even doing it perfectly. And we've been through that. But why is everybody focusing on, oh, well, the emulation is so good? Are we that attuned to poor emulation anymore? That we have to that something with good emulation is now something that's great. Oh my God, we got good emulation. We should have good emulation. It's simple to emulate arcade.
But Rex, don't forget, there's a lot of products out there that fail in that area. I mean, just as many that succeed.
$500 products though? $500 products?
No, not 500.
Okay.
Not in the $500 range. You would expect it to emulate good, right? So, in my opinion, there's really just not much to this cabinet. There's really like 6 or 7 things to talk about, and everyone talks about those 6 or 7 things. It's, it makes it tough when you try to review a product that's been reviewed so deeply already. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard finding something new, or so, each content creator has to come up with a different twist on the material to make it seem new. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Okay. Yeah. Michael B.
I just recently found out I'm actually going to get a crack at this too. I didn't think I would, where it's not coming to Canada, so I'm very excited. And I know what you're saying. Everybody has to take a different take on it, but I always thought our personalities and how we felt was the different take on it. I'm excited to get to try this. I'm a big Neo Geo fan. I was first in line for the Neo Geo ABS Neo Geo Gold X, so yeah, I'm excited to get my hands on this as well. I just wish we could buy it, because I certainly would be one of the early adopters if I could actually buy it here in Canada.
Yeah, okay. I'll buy it for you and send it up there with a markup. Negan.
About the MVS there, well, we've been watching a lot about it, and there's one thing that already has bothered me about it a little bit. And that is, when you think of the Neo Geo, what's one of the things you think about aside from the high price? What do you think about? Clicky buttons, clicky joysticks. And I'm hearing those buttons are not very clicky, so that's already taken away from the effect of what a Neo Geo is. I mean, the big thing about it was the clicky joystick, the clicky buttons. And, they did have the handheld that they were talking about a second ago, which I got as well, but it was like $30. So I can take away, it didn't have the clicky buttons. But I think if you're going for something like that, I haven't even reviewed it yet, because some guy still got mine sitting in his house.
Just sitting on it.
He's waiting to have 10 people come over his house, one at a time, to try it out. But once that does happen, I'm already got in my mind, it's already preconcepted in my mind that the buttons are not going to feel right.
Okay. Well, TechBuzz, you got the thing. You're going to do a review shortly. Any initial thoughts?
Well, so my review is going to be different, and you'll actually enjoy it, because I actually used real people this weekend. I had them play it, I just asked them questions and filmed kind of their responses to it. I'm going to be straight up, and I'm going to give my opinion too on this video, but it's a glorified arcade 1-up. I'm sorry to say that, but that's what it is. It's an overpriced cabinet. I would never buy it for $499. It's built pretty good, but I would never spend $499 for it. It's not worth that. And Glenn or Negan is 100% right. The buttons are not clicky. They feel like first generation arcade 1-up buttons. The sticks on the Legends Ultimate are so much better, and they also feel like first gen arcade 1-up sticks. So you can't. It's tough.
Don't give away. Don't spill the beans too much. I'm excited. I just got the first take on the TheRexerShow of the TechBuzz. What he's going to say. But here's the thing with the buttons not being clicky. They don't use the right type of micro switch. They use the built-in micro switch that's built into the button itself. When one of these companies decides to use some high quality, Cherry micro switch or any other brand that can give you a good switch and they use HAP style buttons or buttons that use the micro switch, the external micro switch technology, then you'll get the clicky buttons. Until then, all these arcades pretty much use poor micro switches that are built into the button. Okay,
these are the ones that you push the buttons on the side to slide the buttons out.
Yeah, right. But the switch that sends the trigger to the to the encoder is inside the button, not an external one. You break open the button. They're cheap. They're just really cheap and they don't click.
And look at the footage on mine when I show the refresh rate, how much pixelization and digitalization is on the menu that nobody's talked about yet in their reviews.
No, not really. They do have wrong refresh rate on a few of those games, though, which you'll get into. Okay, this
Absolutely.
is Retro Rivals. This is the one. I know you guys, I don't think you guys do too much gaming, but the bar top arcade right here is $450 just for the bar top. You can get an extension for $500. It plays 50 Neo Geo games, mostly fighters. Does this interest you? What do you think about this thing?
So is that like $450 US, like $1,800 Canadian?
Yeah.
$450 US.
Yeah, it's a big pill to swallow there for Canadian dollars. You're looking at it's probably around $600 at that point for us. Emulation, not real crazy, but emulation. I do have a Pandora's box here that I pull out basically when we have the guys over here and have a little get together, and we enjoy it. But anything Neo Geo, I'd love to get my hands on, just even to try. But for that price point, no, I'm gonna pass on that.
Yeah. Okay. It is too high of a price point, and I think we've all established that. And we'll see what comes out in some of the reviews. The other thing I saw in the review, I just want to make a quick point is the guy's doing the review, and he's like, "Oh, I put it in the Pixel Perfect, and the black bars don't bother me. It's fine." And I'm going, you started with a 17-inch monitor. They put black bars around it in Pixel Perfect, and now you're down to like a 16 or 15-inch, and you're still not bothered? Yeah. I mean, what does bother you then? Well, these buttons aren't that good, but I can deal with them. The whole experience is buttons and joysticks, in my opinion. I just don't get it. Okay.
Especially with the Neo Geo. Then that's what you remember when you played it.
Yeah. I mean, okay. You got the single Pro Gamer here. This is just a plug and play with games on it. I think Pdubs. How many?
100.
100 games.
Gamer Mini.
You have the pinball AtGames for $600. Now, somebody says, is this an official picture of the AtGames in the chat? I know we don't have a picture of it yet, but, we'll take a leap of faith here. Okay. And we have this $400 WellPlayed arcade, WellPlayed arcade pinball, which has Zachariah games on it. And then we'll go up to the top here, and we're going to come back to this in a second. We have the $40 each Arcade 1-Up handhelds here. These are little plug and plays. We have New Wave Toys. It's a Dragon's Lair for $120. And then we have our smart coffee tables, right? We have the WellPlayed one for $600. And then we have the Infinity one here on the bottom right. And sorry I didn't put the Arcade 1-Up logo, but this is the Infinity one. And you know what? I got to do something here because I forgot to add the Infinity symbol, and I really want to add the Infinity symbol on this one.
I smell a ruse.
Let me. No, it's not. Pdubs. There's no ruse. Because it's a real good looking. It's a real good looking logo. They colored that Infinity label,
Yeah,
and I think it's pretty cool. So let's take a look and see if the picture looks better with that logo. That's not. Wait a second. That's not the Infinity logo.
Rex, wait a minute. You were interested in this product. It was the only Arcade 1-Up you were hyped about.
Wait,
I was originally. So let's talk about it, right? I was originally hyped. I said, "Oh, this is going to be fun." I'm a board guy, a board game guy. I like the idea. And then they pissed me off with the Kickstarter where they didn't really give a good deal. And I'm going to say, you're going to say, well, what's a good deal, Rex? Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but Sinden and Jong with his IA Arcade, that was a pretty good deal. I mean, it was much more than 10% off or whatever the heck that they gave you for their Kickstarter, 100 or 200 off. And then again, you're in a Kickstarter, which I didn't agree with to begin with, and we haven't seen a working prototype. So now you're going to say, here's $100 off, right? And you haven't seen it playing yet. So here, go buy it. And now it's $700 and $800 on the market. Pdubs, go ahead, you first.
About what?
About the Infinity. I want to hear. What you
Oh
think.
man, I'm actually kind of tired of talking about it. We've done like 3 videos on it this week, but what can I say? I think we were given a little bit more information by John D tonight that actually makes you kind of waver once again. He was talking about an Infinity arcade machine, plus this might have the ability to Bluetooth connect controllers down the road, as well as the possibility of not only adding board games, but actual arcade games to this. So, and also, too, on their Facebook page, they did announce today that the Infinity gaming table warranty is being reviewed, and that we might expect an announcement that it's going to be extended, because that 14 days is just 100,000% ridiculous.
They're going to 15 days. They're going to 15 days, right?
Yeah, they're
going
going
to
to
add
move
an
it to
extra
15
day?
days. You think Pdubs, that they would have extended that warranty if nobody made a stink on it? I mean, bananas get a longer warranty than that piece of crap.
Well, I just don't know how it even got that to announcement phase. Like, here's our product, it's got a 14-day warranty. Like, you're telling me nobody looked at it and said, guys, do you think 14's too low? Like, nobody at Arcade 1UP, not a single person or even their marketing team said, you really want to release an $800 product with 14 days?
Michael B., what do you think?
So,
I've never heard of a tech product having a 14-day warranty. I'm really trying to be kind on this. This is not something I'm interested in personally, but what kind of message are you sending to your consumers that you're only willing to warranty this thing for 14 days? What are you telling them? Are they going to shell out $800 knowing that you have the faith to put a 14-day warranty on it?
I think it's a slap in the face is all I can say, and that's why I won't back them. Tech Buzz, are you getting this? And let me say this, because I know people probably in the chat have bought it, and I've seen a lot of people bought it, and that's great. If I had infinite money, I would buy it, okay? But I don't have infinite money. But so, Tech Buzz, go ahead.
No, I'm with you. I was interested in it in the very beginning. That was when they leaked the $399 and the $499 price tag for the 24 and 32. When they came out with this, it was just like, yeah, that's not going to happen. I don't care what you can connect to it. You can. Right. I bought my son a touchscreen PC that's 32-inch that I got for $220. You can go out and get these things, and if you're crafty, you can build your own table for it. So and have a full working operating system on it. So I'm saying it's overpriced. It's not even worth looking at again. I think they missed the mark with the price, and like everybody said, 14 days you're shipping this thing. I mean, look at all the stuff Arcade 1UP has with their QA process as it is. Nah.
Right. Okay. Retro Rivals, have you looked at this? What do you think? Board game? Does it interest you?
Well, I think we weren't even contemplating buying it because we weren't happy with the selection of board games that were on it before I even heard about the 14-day warranty.
That's crazy.
Shows there's no faith in the quality of their build at all.
And I think we saw in the chat, it's from the day you purchase.
Oh, that would take longer to get here.
So you don't even have it in your hands yet? Like, it's going to come by dog sled to Canada.
I would rather...
Like, you won't even have a warranty when it gets here.
Like you said, I'd rather try to build my own and build it better.
Yeah.
Put that on YouTube and shove that in your face.
The only thing...
Go ahead.
The only thing that interested me in it is if they would expand upon that, because I love Mansions of Madness, and if they could do something with that where we could be... Like, I do love the board, but that would be cool, and it's, you can put it away and set it back up.
We like the fact you can take the legs off the table.
That's what I liked about it,
tuck it away, bring it out for a party situation.
Yeah. but not at that price point. And
I have
I'd
no
have to
faith
see
in the
more.
quality of the build if they're only going to do 14-day warranty.
yeah,
Yeah, right. Pdubs, they asked about in the chat, could you spill a drink on it? Did John D answer that today?
I don't even think they asked him that.
Well, it would have been a good question to ask because you're going to knock something on it. Obviously, people like to drink on it, and I think it's important. You know, how waterproof is it at all? Right?
Rex, this
Yeah.
is the same company that put the fire button on the wrong side of the stick for the Super Pac-Man cabinet. Come on now.
I know. I get you. Okay, Negan, what do you think of this thing?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. When this first was announced, I was quite excited for it, especially the price point they were pushing it at. Because then I figured when they did it on Kickstarter, you want to give people an extra special value, right? When you're buying this.
Mhm.
And first, I'm going to say congratulations to them because they did do a very successful Kickstarter with it. I mean, they made a lot of money off of it, so people are interested. But me personally, I think it's overpriced for what it is. I think that putting on Kickstarter at that price when they announced beforehand different prices. So there's an expectation kind of set, and I feel kind of disappointed by that. And the other thing, we've all talked about it, I got to talk about it as well, the 14 days on a tech item is kind of unheard of, number one. And, you know, I and Lucille are friends, it's no secret, with Arcade 1-Up, but I have to say that in the years that I've been dealing with them, the quality has not been there. If you're going to charge $800 for something, you got to be able to say the product and the quality is going to be there. Now, I'm not saying that they can't do it because I do think they've made a lot of strides. They've done a lot of improvements in their product line. They really have. But to come out with something like this that I think, honestly, was still, you know, pretty high at the $399 price point, but I think a Kickstarter do a bit better. To come out at this price point, I mean, again, a lot of people bought it. Hats off to them. I'm not gonna buy that because, quite honestly, I can go upstairs to my room for $4 and go to, you know, a store and buy a Monopoly or buy a game and put it out there. And if I want to play someone over the internet, I just take my trusty phone, take a snapshot, send it to Pdubs. He can make a move and send it back.
Yeah.
Again, hats off to them. It's a great idea. It really is a great idea. But I don't know who they're selling it to because Arcade 1-Up is supposed to be the arcades for us all, right? People can't go out and buy those machines for the home. And I think they priced it well out of the price of a normal guy. I'm sorry.
Well out. Yes. Okay, moving on. All right, so let's go back to this. I want to go back to these handhelds up here in the upper right corner. These little, what I call the Arcade 1-Up Hypocrite console. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, is Arcade 1-Up, and correct me if I'm wrong, if you guys want to disagree with me, that, you know, their team has put their base on the fact that they have licensed games and they promote licensing and they don't promote side-loading games. And then they come out with this this Arcade 1-Up console that the whole point you really would buy it is to side-load games. And they give you the ability, they put it in their instruction manual in the beginning and then took it out and all this stuff. I really don't care about that. But this thing, I'm going to go last on this, okay? So let's go to Pdubs. Do you want to talk about these little handheld console things?
Well, there's way better ways to and better devices to add ROMs to and all that kind of stuff. If you're gonna do it, they're obviously the build quality is everything that we all assumed it was gonna be when it was first announced, and we all made our videos. We're like, look at this. This looks like junk. Blah blah blah. It looks like a baby's toy. But then again, that's what they're targeting. They're targeting impulse buyers at Office Depot, and who knows if any other retail outlets are going to be picking this up and actually have it in store for a stocking stuffer. You know, I think, what was I going to say? I just think also, too, with the fact that this product was specifically designed with a dual boot user interface with the intention of side-loading games, that since it has Arcade 1-Up's brand on it, in all fairness, I don't want to hear any more preaching, rhetoric, anything from them saying other companies are awful, doing terrible things, you know, ruining the gaming industry for allowing people to sideload ROMs, because guess what? you just did it too.
Right.
But minus that, that's the only real negative thing I got to say about it.
Okay. That's not enough negative stuff. But Michael B., going to you.
So I've been following this for a while. I've watched a lot of reviews on it, people taking it home, and there's a lot of things they're not mentioning, which I find really interesting. The screen seems to be a little bit off. There's a lot of shimmering, and people usually tear that apart with emulation consoles. I've watched some reviews where they don't mention that the buttons are backwards on Mega Man, which is crazy. I don't understand how you do not mention the buttons are backwards on Mega Man, which makes the game insanely hard to play for people that are familiar with it. On top of that, I've always been nervous with the Bananarang or whatever you want to call it about the D-pad, and all my nervousness was compounded when I watched Mad Little Pixel's review of it last night, seeing just how junky this actually is. I mean, it's just a face that goes on there. If you're playing Mega Man, I mean, the emulation has to be spot on, and your controller has to be pretty spot on to do some of the complex movements, and this does not do it. I won't comment on the side loading thing. I do think that there's a market for this, and I'm sure there's casual people who will pick this up who won't care that the buttons are backward, that won't care that the D-pad is terrible. But for people that want to play Mega Man, this is not the way to do it, friends. There is other ways to do it.
Yeah. Okay, and if you're just joining us now, we're talking about the little handhelds that Arcade 1-Up just came out. We're going through the panel here. Tech Buzz, you're up. Your thoughts. I'm glad I went last, too, on this.
My thoughts. There you got it.
All right. I agree with that.
Honestly,
that's the best opinion so far.
99 cents, man. That's as most as I would pay for this. It's junk. Just like AtGames stuff when it came out. Like, it's junk. I would never spend $40 for it. Never.
Yeah. Retro Rivals, have you seen these? Tell us. We love the opinion of newbies, of people who come on. I love to hear people whose opinions are not tainted.
I've seen it. I actually watched a few videos on it today. I personally wouldn't get it myself, but if somebody wants to dabble in loading some ROMs on in kind of a cheap fashion, and you have a controller, I guess you can hook up your Xbox controller to it. No? Yes, no?
I heard you could.
Yes. In fact, Doug, Mr. Cool Toy did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the video I watched. But the controller itself, the build looks absolutely just looks like you buy it at the dollar store.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't waste
do you
money
have
on it.
anything like this, like a AtGames Blast, or do you have anything similar to this?
No, I don't.
All right.
No, we've
That's
seen
good.
them,
Either
but
do
we
I.
were like,
So
nope.
yeah. Okay, Negan, let's hear it.
Well, like everyone else here, I've watched a couple reviews. I watched Cool Toys, and I always watch Mad Little Pictures reviews of these things. He's usually pretty harsh on them to a point. But I will give a couple of kudos. I mean, the Mega Man one, the obvious biggest problem on there is the buttons being backwards. And I don't get how all these NES emulators do that. Because it's like you throw the whole game off with that there alone, okay? Now, the controller, everyone pretty much kind of says they are bad. But the actual unit itself is built kind of nice. Now, I want to say something here. The Mega Man one may not be the best way to play Mega Man. However, the other one with the Pac-Man, the Mappy, those are the arcade ROMs on it. So that's actually not a bad deal. But like Mad Little Pixel brought up, and I think Doug Coulter brought up as well, is you could buy the Pac-Man arcade 1-Up full-size machine, you get 2 games. Here for $40, you get like 8 games. So as far as the emulation goes on the arcade one, it's a lot better. The NES one, not so good. But to Pdubs said before, and we got to talk about it, we have to, only because we've heard so many times from Arcade 1-Up about the side loading of games. All right. And I'm not saying that they're wrong. I mean, they're trying to do licensing. They say they're trying to do it right by the companies they deal with. I get it. But then to come out with a product that blatantly does exactly what they've been saying for the past year is something they don't do. It's wrong. It's piracy. And regardless if it was in the manual, they took it out. It's a feature built into it. And I still think it's a feature that should be there in something like this anyway. I mean, to be quite honest, it's going to be there.
Okay.
But from when someone is saying for a year, that's wrong, it's illegal, and everything else under the sun, and then to come out with that same product at that point,
hence I call it the Arcade 1-Up hypocrite concept.
I mean, in my house here, you can't throw rocks in my house. The window's already broken anyway. But you got to figure in a normal house that you don't want to throw stones.
Okay, let me say my point now. You talk about the Pac-Man one. Why on God's green earth would I pay $40 for this thing that runs arcade ROMs when I can go buy for $19.99 the Namco Volume 1 and get all the games and play them on my PS4, my PS3.
Okay, I'm going to answer that for you for anyone else grabs. I'm going to answer that for you right now because it was all said here before as well. Rex, you listen to your own show? Come on, buddy.
What?
It's an impulse buy. It's simply people walking in the store, just walking past, and they literally just see it. They don't know better.
No,
people
and a guy in my
like
chat,
you and me would never buy that. But the average
Glenn,
mom walking through the store saying, "Oh, they'll buy it."
I know.
They're
So
gonna
this
buy
is
it.
what I was getting at. And I had a chat with some guy in Discord today, and he said it right what I was thinking. He goes, this is when your mom and your grandma buy you this thing and give it to you for Christmas, and you open it up and you're like, oh, yeah, because they heard you play video games and that you like video games.
Yo, I'll take it over underwear and socks any day.
Okay, but when people on their shows say, well, you know, this is good for that casual person who, you know, or that friend that likes to play some games, guess what? Those friends that you think like to play those games, they don't play them. And if they do already, they're like us and they already have a classic. They have a Raspberry Pi. Those people already have a way to play all this stuff. And it's one of those things, you know, where even if you did give it to a friend who you thought likes games, they play it for one time and it goes in a box and you'll never see it again, okay? Because they just don't do it. Now, it's that console that your grandma or your mom gives you, and I'm telling you, grandmoms, if you're listening, don't buy this thing for anybody, okay? And here's what I'm going to also share here, guys, okay? You said it, Mad Little Pixel. This guy said it best right here. If you don't watch Mad Little Pixel, here's what he said about it. And this is why you got to love the guy.
It's not a feature that they said, hey, add Sega Genesis games to it. But that's something you're going to have to deal with if the game doesn't allow you to remap the buttons. You're just stuck, right? So, yeah, I can't recommend this freaking thing. It's a piece of garbage, in my opinion. Anybody who tells you otherwise is full of shit or just has, you know, loves mediocrity, I guess. Because I don't see the appeal. I spent $40 on each one of these. Sure, I made a video out of it. But now I'm really wishing, like, the store I bought it from is kind of quite a bit of distance away from me. I almost want to just go back and return them, try to get my money back, but the trick...
There you go. He doesn't like it so much, he wants to get his money back. And you heard him. Piece of garbage. This is the guy you should be watching, and when anybody does a review. That's it. That's the guy you need to watch right there.
Rex, my son just called and said that he's buying that for Glenn for Christmas.
I'm sure he'll love it.
That's great, because we all know that Glenn doesn't open them and play them, so he'll never know that it completely sucks.
He'll send you a bag, too.
You know what's funny though is I do have to give props to Mad Little Pixel because he has no filter, no fear, and he just says it, right? He just says it. Whereas us, you know, I'm more or less like I'll say things like it's a great idea but poorly executed. You know what I mean? Like when we do our videos. So it's always interesting hearing the guys who have no filter versus the guys who have filter. We're both saying the same thing, but we're saying it in a totally different way, which attracts a totally different audience. So, you know, kudos to Mad Little Pixel for having no filter. He cracks me up in some of his videos. I laugh. I think it's hilarious. He's like, this is a piece of shit. It's hilarious.
You got
by the way, and I'm not trying to take over your show here, Rex, but a couple other notes.
Please do, because I'm setting up for the next thing.
I know.
So
well, get set up. Get set up. So a lot of folks are tuning in late. You guys missed the game show part of the show, but during the game show, we found out that Pdubs is co-hosting a show and has control of Rex's StreamYard. So, for instance, we've been changing backgrounds. You guys missed it. And if there's one thing I hate, it's YouTube channels that constantly beg and shill and ask for subscribers. Luckily, you're not going to find that here on the Rexer Show.
That's right. That's right.
Rex will never ask you to subscribe or beg or plead or shill any links.
That's because I don't get the chance to. Nobody is going to send me anything free. But anyway, all right.
We give you free advice every time we're on. Come on, Rex.
Right. I get it.
Okay. Guys, if you joined late, I've been messing with his stream all night, and guess what? There you go. Rex needs subscribers, guys. Click that button.
I don't want subscribers. That's just more people that are going to send me hate mail, you know, when I do something they don't like. It's terrible. All right. So people have been joining. Daniel May, Scepter Server's been here for a while. Nikki Z, good to see you, one of our lady followers as well. Go and for all the people who join in now, go join the Retro Rivals. They're the ones you see that you probably don't recognize, the duo in the bottom left there. Okay,
We're not
so what
begging
we've
for
been
subs,
doing,
though.
guys.
I'd like a meatball sub.
Yeah.
So here we go. We got to move on. We got to get this going because I want to play the trivia at the end. That's the fun part. But let's go really quickly, and we're going to start with Tech Buzz on the bottom. You got $1,500 to spend on this board. Everybody in the chat, you have $1,500 to spend.
15.
Shoot, give me what you're buying. The only caveat is that if you pre-ordered it already, you got to act like you didn't pre-order it already. Go.
Okay. I'm going to buy the PlayStation 5 disc version.
Okay.
I'm going to
1,000
get
left.
the AtGames pinball.
400 left.
And then I am going to do the AtGames Gamer Mini.
Okay.
I
250
guess that's
left.
what that is there, yeah. And then I'm also going to do the Dragon's Lair mini cab for collectible purposes.
Okay. And then you got 130 left. You can buy 2 of them and ship it to Glenn.
There you go.
There you
No,
go.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the arcade 1-up controllers, and I'm going to send them to Glenn for my son.
There you go. There you go. All right, in the chat, let's see. Pick your stuff that you would buy. I'd like to see. We'll post it up here. Retro Rivals, you're next. We're going up.
Definitely going PS5 disc, and I want an Xbox also disc version.
Okay.
And I don't have enough money for the pinball machine that I want, so I'll have to go second fiddle to the is it called WellPlayed Games or?
Yeah, WellPlayed Arcade. Their pinball for a little bit cheaper.
But that one is sketchy because I feel like it's rushed out there. Their website doesn't work. I'm worried about that one.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have to pay the price. You're gonna save 150, 200, and see if it's got, the same emulation stuff. Somebody said X-Men Street Fighter. I can't believe they said that. I thought nobody would say that. I think it was Mr. Steven. Good for him. Good for him. The MVSX and the PS5. I only agree with one of those, and you can figure that out. Negan.
Oh, I'm going to go, let's see. I'm going to buy myself 12 of those New Wave Toys Dragon's Lairs. 12 of them.
12 of them.
12 of them. Every room in the house. Dragon's Lair. You got to have
Every
it.
single one of them is going to stay in a bag, in a box.
That's right.
Negan, come on. None of the you don't do the new consoles. I know you
I do
want
not do the
Atari.
new consoles. I wouldn't touch the VHS with my butt wipe rags, to be quite honest. So, Dragon's Lair, man. Come on. Everyone's got to buy some Dragon's Lair. 12 of them.
Okay. Mike B.
I'm going to buy the Xbox Series X, the AtGames pinball. I'm going to use 2 gift cards that I got illicitly for giving good reviews on Amazon, and get the Neo Geo X as well.
Okay. Wow. All right. Pdubs, you're up. What are you buying here?
Now, some of these I've already pre-ordered. Are we including those or not?
No, you have to act like you did not pre-order them.
Okay, so I'm going to act like I haven't pre-ordered any
He
of
doesn't
these.
follow instructions.
Correct. Well, I've only said it 10 times.
I'm trying to
Right.
run his chat, Steven. All right, so Xbox Series X for me, AtGames Pinball, and then probably, well, how much is that? That's what, 500 plus?
You're at 1,100. You got 400
fingers
left.
and toes,
I only-
P-Dubs.
I
Count
only
them
have-
both.
I only have 400 left. Oh my god. I really can't get any of the big ticket items. Well, then I would get the well-played pinball. Then if I have 400 left and can only get one more big ticket.
There you
item.
go. Yeah,
It also
that's
makes
You got to
it
be
also
on a
makes a
budget.
good slide. Look, you slide right off that thing. Put
can
your
I
drink on
just-
it, it's slide off.
Can I just throw this in there? He also works as an insurance underwriter, and he couldn't figure out how much money he had left. Just saying. Just throwing that out there.
Oh, it's terrible. All right. I'm going with the hard disk PS5. I'm going with the AtGames pinball because it's bigger, and I feel like the quality is going to be good in the games, and the options is going to be better than the other ones. And then I'm going with the Amico. I'm going to buy that Amico if I have the money. Oh, 100%. Okay. That's it for this segment. Let's move on to the next segment, everyone.
Wait. Why are you going with the Amico? Come on, don't leave us hanging.
Well, because I love Intellivision games, and my understanding is that it plays the old ones, and why not try some new ones as well? As it's like 8-player adapt. You get like 8 people, I think you can play with it if you buy more joysticks. I don't know, Glenn, what else do you know about the Amico?
Glenn's not here.
I'm sorry, Negan. Negan.
Well, like you said, I know you're a big television fan. I know yours has been a little bit on the fritz.
Right,
So,
you helped me fix it.
Yeah, but they know what gets me about the television? I do like it, but that stupid disc. They still got that stupid 16 direction disc that I can't.
Yeah.
Can't.
But a 16 directional pad is pretty cool if you think about it. There's no joystick that goes to that, you know,
if you're gonna give me a stick in my hand or a pad, I want a stick.
Okay. All right. But that's why. All right, let's move on. All right, everybody, let me remove this. Okay. Pdubs, tell them, don't give the answers away, but tell everybody the game we're playing here, and I'm going to set it up, and tell them how it works. Do you know how it works?
What is the game we're playing today?
Oh, all right, I'll do it while I set up. The whole
Rex,
point
like I said, I'm just super impressed that you don't shill for subscribers. That, you know what I mean? I'm just super impressed. You don't ask for people to subscribe. You don't beg for subscribers. You don't ask for members.
Hey Rex,
Pdubs,
next time you might want to let me do the production and the producing.
Right.
You wouldn't have to deal with all that.
Right. Pdubs is
Just saying.
This is for
this background is the antithesis of what I stand for.
Some guys say educational purposes only, but when it comes to Pdubs, it's for entertainment purposes only.
That's right.
We're here to have fun, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are having fun. Do us a favor, hit the thumbs up. If you're enjoying the video, make sure you subscribe to the Rexer Show.
He's an insurance underwriter. He should be a car salesman.
There might be some subliminal messages on the stream asking you to subscribe. All right. Let's do it.
Here we go. Shut your chat, everybody. Shut your chat. That's the way we do this. Everybody close their chat.
Except for
that includes you, Retro Rivals. If you can see your chat, you need to close it. Anybody who can see it, close it. Okay?
Last fighter standing.
People in the chat, we can't show your answers because the people will see it on the panel, but you can definitely put your stuff in the chat to this question, okay? And here we go, guys. This is Last Fighter Standing. There's 17 games that came out in October, the first year that the NES was released. This is North America, because I know Glenn will probably be like, well, this one got released in Japan in September 27th. This is North America, the first 17 games getting released. I'm going to give you guys the first one because it's too easy, so I don't want any of you to get it. Super Mario Bros. Okay. Does everybody feel comfortable with this question? Or you think you guys have this nailed down? I want you guys to run the board and see if you can get all 17.
Can I go on Google?
You cannot go on Google. There's no Googling. There's nothing. Don't be looking at your phone, Steven, or texting for answers. Don't bring Daniel in. Don't bring Daniel in to help you.
So you want 17 games that came out in the era that Nintendo was created?
The October of the year.
Oh, the October.
Yes.
Only that month?
17. The first 17 games released. Okay.
The launch titles, Steven.
The launch titles.
There you go.
The launch titles.
Okay. Since Michael B, you only give one, and then you
wait.
For
Hold
the
on.
next round.
Hey, Rex, I'm not participating, right? I'm still doing the co-hosting thing. I'm not.
Yes, but don't show any answers.
Oh, he's P-dubbing out.
All right. See,
That's because he's peeing out.
All right. Good.
Okay, so here we go. Michael B, give an answer.
I'll see if I can knock myself out right away. Pinball.
I can't hear.
Pinball. Show me pinball.
Nice.
Wow.
We got I remember pinball. I do. It was pretty good. Okay, let's go to Negan.
Gyromite.
Yes.
Gyromite.
Yeah.
Gyromite.
Gyromite.
I got these things out of alphabetical order here. Guys, show me Gyromite. Gyromite. I almost buzzed you. I forgot all these games, but I was like, I know that one is on there. This is okay. Let's go to Retro Rivals. Gets to act as a team.
What'd you say?
No, you do yours.
So let's do mine.
All right, Retro Rivals. Don't make me put the timer on.
All right. I don't know about this one, but I'm going to say Duck Hunt. Are you going to do that one?
Duck Hunt is your final answer. Scott, you give the final answer.
Duck Hunt.
Show me Duck Hunt.
Nice.
Man, you guys had to sweat that one? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I don't know how far you're going to go in this one if you didn't know that was the right answer. Tech Buzz.
Excite Bike.
Oh, that's a good one.
Show me Excite Bike. Good answer. Love that game. Great game.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Who are we back up to Michael B?
All right, I'll try to get myself eliminated again. Stack Up.
Stack Up. I see some wrong answers in the chat. Just funny to see those, but good answers, but wrong. Show me Stack Up. Michael,
Nice.
B was Stack
Good
Up.
job.
How did you get that
Whoa.
one? I couldn't believe it.
Whoa.
The only
Oh.
the only two Rob games. That's it.
Yeah. Okay, Negan, you're up.
Golf.
Show me Golf. My favorite game, one of my favorites. We love this game. I don't know. People saw me hit the
Yeah, I think
hole-in-one
so.
on my live stream last time. I hit the hole-in-one. I got to brag about that again on golf. Okay, Retro Rivals.
Tetris.
Okay. What? Show me Tetris. Oh, no, Tetris. They get removed from the stream. We'll bring you back on at the end. All right, last fighter standing. We're back up to Michael B.
All right, I'm going to continue to try to get myself knocked out. Gumshoe.
Let me get rid of this X because we might have to do it on this Gunshoe answer.
Gumshoe.
Gumshoe.
Gumshoe. Gumshoe. Show me Gumshoe. No Gumshoe.
Oh.
No Gumshoe. I
Gum.
want to give you guys a hint. I'm going to give you guys a hint at the end of this round if Negan and Tech Buzz are still in it. See you later, Michael. We'll bring you back. Negan.
Hogan's Alley.
That's a good one.
Let me bring this back up.
That's got to be 2 or 4.
Show me. Oh, there's no specific sequence here, just so
Oh,
everybody
okay,
knows.
okay.
I just put them in random. Show me Hogan's Alley.
Was
Got
it
it.
on there? There
Yeah,
it is.
It was on there. It
Oh,
was
there
on
it
there.
is,
Sorry,
yeah.
bad timing there. Okay, Tech Buzz, if you don't get one, Negan wins this championship here. You got to get one and make it go to the next round.
I'm going to go with Rad Racer.
Rad Racer. Show me Rad Racer. Well, before I do it, do you think this one's on there, Pdubs? Rad Racer? Just curious.
I don't think it's on there.
You don't think it's on there. All right, let's see. Show me Rad Racer. Oh,
yes!
man. Negan is the champ. Let's bring everybody back on.
Woo!
Oh, Retro
Let me ask you,
Rivals.
Rex.
Is
Rex,
Snow
let me ask
Bros
you.
on there?
Hold on. Let's see
No,
what.
Snow Bros is not. Oh, yes.
Snow Bros is not.
Donkey Kong will be on there.
Tech
World
Buzz, what
class
are you
track
saying?
meet.
We were thinking it there. We didn't say it.
Tech
we
Buzz,
said
what-
it in our to each other.
I was going to say world-class track meet because Nintendo did a 3-pack that we had as a kid for the Power Pad where you had the track meet, you had Duck Hunt,
Yeah.
and you had Mario
Nope.
Bros.
Nope.
No. Let me ask you guys. Do you guys see
But that's
anything?
a launch title.
Do you? It's not. It's
No.
not one of the first
For the Power
17
Pad
released
pack.
in the North America.
Nope.
Look at. Do you guys
Oh.
see anything familiar with these box arts? Do you see anything?
Exactly. Exactly.
They're
Yes,
all black.
they're all pixel. They're all the
Pixelated black boxes.
They're all the pixelated black. So you had to
Kung
think.
Fu.
I wanted
Kung
to
Fu
give
would
you
have
this.
been one I.
Kung
I
Fu,
Kung
of
Fu,
course,
yes.
of
Kung
course,
Fu.
Kung Fu is one I
Right
would have
Donkey
there.
Kong.
You have to
Donkey
think.
Kong is up there.
No Donkey Kong, Glenn.
No Donkey
Really?
Kong?
I would have got out on that one. Really?
Well, wait.
Out.
We thought
Wait,
about
Donkey
Kong.
Kong,
too.
Donkey Kong Classics, even with Junior. I thought
One
Junior
of my
came out at the same
no
time.
one of my favorites. No Donkey Kongs.
Wow.
You got 10-Yard Fight, which was one of my favorites when I was a kid. It's a terrible
Baseball.
game. But it didn't hold up.
Yeah, not Tecmo Bowl.
Baseball.
Baseball.
Baseball for sure. Then you got, here's one. How about Ice Climber?
Oh, I love Ice
Ice
Climber.
hockey. Ice hockey's another one.
Play that one.
No, ice hockey is
Oh, it's
not in
so
here, but that's
awesome.
but
it's
you're on
not.
the right track.
Balloon fight.
You see, what about anybody in the chat? Can you get these other ones? Let's see if before I show the last four. Think of sports again.
Oh, pro wrestling was one.
Not on
Hockey.
there. Nope.
Hockey.
Hockey.
No hockey.
No,
No
hockey?
Think of other sports.
Yeah, there was a hockey game. What
There
one
was a
it?
hockey game. It was called
Volleyball.
ice
Tennis.
hockey. It was
Oh,
great.
Tennis.
volleyball.
What about tennis? What about tennis?
Show me tennis.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well,
you're out, man. Don't worry about it.
Every squirrel finds a nut once in a while.
Did anybody? Sure, Nikki said
Football
tennis.
game.
Jeff did. What about? Did anybody say the other style of football?
Soccer.
Soccer.
Well, wait. What about chess? Wasn't there a chess game?
No, don't play chess. Get out of here.
I'm going
Oh,
to give you guys a hint. These last two games start with the letter W.
Oh, Wild Gunman.
Let's say balloon.
Wild Gunman.
Oh,
Oh,
you were
man.
thinking Balloon Fight?
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
I got that one too.
This other one is a
Wrecking Crew.
no. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Wrecking Crew.
Wrecking Crew, man. Luigi,
job, Chad.
Mario in this, smashing things.
Good job,
Of
Chad.
course. Excellent. Which one did I leave off? Oh, there's
Number
one
4.
more.
Number
There's no
4.
Bubble Bobble.
There's one more that it's
No
not Bubble
Bubble
No, but
Bobble.
that was a good
Later.
game, though.
Nobody will get this one, I don't think.
And it's not Balloon Fight?
Not Balloon Fight.
Was it
I thought so.
Metroid?
Yeah.
Not
Metroid?
Metroid. This
No.
It's
one
in the
game.
comments. It's Urban
I want to see if
Champion.
you guys played this game. All right, I'm gonna. Oh, somebody just answered it. There it is.
What'd they say?
Clue Clue Land. Clue
Oh,
Clue
man,
Land.
that-
What? I don't
I
think I've
never
ever
heard of
heard
it.
that
Oh,
one.
I think
What the
I've
hell is
heard of
that?
it.
I never heard
Clue
of
Clue.
that.
That's what I said. Nobody's gonna hear that one. Clue Clue
It's a
Land,
fun
man.
game.
It was.
Now I have to go grind
Yeah.
it though.
Yeah. Oh, Chad.
You're going to have to pick that
Spending
one up
money.
at the flea market, man.
Maybe.
They'll pay you to take it. They'll be like,
Maybe.
"Here's Clue Clue Land. Take it off my hands." Oh, well, Glenn's the champ. I hate to say it.
Glenn's not here.
Oh, Negan's the champ.
Negan's the champ.
I always get that. And Pdubs rocks. That's the new overlay that I have. Oh, that's funny. Oh yeah, and the subscribe. Subscribe to all these guys. All right. Okay. Closing thoughts. We're gonna let everybody. You know what? Real quick. Does anybody want to talk about? Did anybody watch the stream with John D?
No.
Okay. Glenn or Negan?
No, I was being first here for once instead of being late. I got
You
here
were
early.
first. No tech buzz. Pdubs, you watched a little bit of it.
I watched the first 45 minutes.
Okay, Mike B, give the highlights. I want to hear the highlights, and we'll just talk about that, and then we're going to wrap it up, everybody. Okay, but let's see what John D had to say. I purposely didn't watch it because I didn't want to be upset for my own show. I didn't want to come on and be kicked off after listening to John D spew his nonsense. But I heard he was good this time. So
Yeah, he was very informative. He was, being very serious about the answers he was given, and he was very understanding of people's frustration and concerns about how long everything was taking. So the big thing to take away from this, they're really still trying to get Pinball out. Their goal right now is they want to have it out before Christmas, but it all depends on what happens in the Port of LA getting these in. It might be delayed a little bit, but the goal right now is that Marvel for sure is going to be in retailers by Christmas. Star Wars maybe, and the Williams table, if it's still Attack from Mars, because I didn't get clarification on that, that's going to be an Arcade 1-Up website exclusive. So that's not coming to retailers, at least in the U.S.
Okay.
I think we're going to get it at the Brick in Canada. So outside of that, he never really confirmed Outrun, but Pdubs kind of already did that, and he kind of just admitted
he
that it was
still couldn't
Outrun.
confirm
So-
Outrun after Pdubs leaked it, and
Yeah.
he still couldn't do it. Unbelievable.
Well, he kind of just said, you all know what it is. So,
Okay,
Outrun.
good.
And he's saying that we're still going to get that this year, but we're getting a lot of conflicting reports from retailers. So that's another one. We'll see. But he's saying, yes, we will get one more CAD before the year's up. And
what does Brad mean when he says John D said no multi-A? What is he talking about? John D said no multi-A.
I don't know.
Oh, I
Brad-
think he means multicade.
Oh,
But that's
multi-cade.
But they let a teaser on at the beginning of the show, though.
yeah, they said that expect to see another version of like the Atari 12-in-1 cabinet come back out to retailers.
Oh.
It won't be updated, but it's just going to be no riser, no lit marquee, $299 base 12-in-1 cabinet.
Okay.
Glenn's Retro
Let
Show
me-
Spin
let
is
me-
available on Amazon for
All right.
that now.
Yeah. That's right. Good. Get it. All right. Let me ask the newcomers on the show. If you guys are, joining, make sure you go to Retro Rivals and subscribe. Retro Space Rivals. Do you guys own any Arcade 1-Up products?
You know what? We don't.
We
We don't
don't.
actually, because if you see our game room, we don't really have a space to put them.
Yeah.
But instead of doing that, we went and we got a Pandora's box, and then I built a collapsible cabinet for it. So then we actually have the ability to play arcade games here.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
anything interest you though from Arcade 1-Up? Would you?
If I had the room, I'd
Tons of
be
stuff.
having that virtual pinball in a hot minute. Like I
Yeah,
loved the look
the
of it,
Avengers one, I love
Oh
that.
my
That's the
God.
one
Yeah.
I would want if I
Yeah.
had to pick one.
and it goes with our aesthetic well in
Yeah.
the room.
We have a lot of
If you
cool
had
stuff.
this,
What's funny is nobody picked Big Buck Hunter when we did that $1,500.
We can't get that in
spend.
Canada until
we
March.
can't get it
Yeah.
until March. So
Yeah. Would that? I mean, does that interest you?
Not really. There are other shooter games that I would rather have on the
Yeah.
arcade than that one.
It doesn't interest me either. So,
No.
but, all right,
But
Michael
Big
B.
Buck Hunter was like the Golden Tee. You know, it just has that broader appeal with people, like Tetris. So it was
Yeah.
a smart move for them to do that one first.
oh yeah,
It's a burr game. Like basically, there's two big burr games: Golden Tee and Big Buck Hunter, and that's why they're pushing these guys out. There is a market for it.
There's also the bat, which will go really, very well at the bars too.
Now, let me
Keep the
just
process.
do a couple things. He discussed Kiss Pinball, but before that, I want to say you forgot Donkey Kong Jr. Math. This is funny because there's a website. This is for the top 17. There is a website, and I knew who would Google it because there's a website that said Donkey Kong Jr. Math was one of the first 17 games, and it wasn't. Now, I used Wikipedia and some other resources, but some say that Donkey Kong Jr. was the first 17. So good Google, Virtuous. He's a buddy of mine, so I can make fun of him.
I
That's what you
still
get for
think
Googling.
that Donkey Kong was as well. I mean, I remember going to Crazy Eddie when they had that launch, and I was positive it was there. But you know, whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, Michael B. Touch on these. So Kiss Pinball and Outrun is a sit down too. Is that true?
He didn't say Outrun was a sit down. He said the driving cab that is coming out is going to be a sit down in retailers, and a little later down the line, Arcade 1-Up will do a stand up cabinet that will be site exclusive.
Okay. Anything else exciting? No, John D didn't let the cat out of bag. Well, okay, let me ask you this. Remember last time he said 4 weeks? We got a big announcement in 4 weeks. 4 weeks went by flying by.
He didn't
And
tell you which
only-
4 weeks, buddy. He just said 4 weeks. He didn't tell you which ones.
8 weeks later, we got the Infinity Table. Did he say anything like there's a big announcement coming out in 4 weeks again?
Oh, he did say something about the Infinity Table. He mentioned that Justin Console Kits brought up that there's an Arcade 1-Up tile on the Infinity Table, and he kind of alluded to the fact that you will be able to download games, Arcade 1-Up games, to play on the Infinity Table, which I'm not sure if that was out there or knowledge that people had right now.
From like a
there-
store.
That was all
Yeah,
in
like
the
an online
beginning.
store.
Yeah, that was all in the beginning. Like they did a little spoof, funny video where they were talking about possibly an Infinity arcade machine coming, which would definitely sound like if it's a download, pay to play, like iArcade, click and pay and buy. It sounds like their first like true multicade experience, right? So
How do you plug a joystick into it? It didn't have any USBs, I thought, or anything.
they teased Bluetooth compatibility with controllers.
Okay.
Again, I only saw the first 45 minutes, but
All right.
I mean, in all honesty, thumbs up to John D for acting professional and actually said some nice things about his competition, and he was very calm and professional throughout
right.
the entire show.
I want to give Tech Buzz a chance. He's been
Good for
quiet
John.
over there.
Good for John.
Anything on these arcade 1-Ups?
As far as what?
As what John D said about Outrun.
I didn't
about-
see the show, but I'm interested in if it is a sit down cabinet driving. I'll just put it over there next to the Star Wars one.
Be kind of cool, huh?
But I don't know. Like all these guys are promising everything that it's going to make it here, man. I just wouldn't hold your breath because the state of the world right now.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. It's not a slam against any of these companies. It's just like they can't control manufacturing. So if I could tell anybody in the audience, don't hold them to it because they have no control over it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I mean, optimistic was before the new year
Yes.
on that Marvel. Seems highly optimistic, but
It'd be great. It
you
really
know,
would be.
I mean, Arcade 1 never let us down before, so why should we worry about what they say? All right, that's it for the Rexer Show, everybody. We're closing out. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for joining, and check out our newcomers, Retro Rivals. Let's get them some
Subscribe
some
to Retro
some-
Rivals.
Subscribe to
or
that.
I'm
Look
gonna
at the
come up there
backdrop.
and knock you out.
I just did a little bit ago, and it actually played their music on there, and I was like, dang it, I got to hit
You
mute.
subscribe to Retro Rivals, unsubscribe to Pdubs to balance it out. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pdubs, thanks for helping me on this co-host show. That was awesome.
Hopefully we brought the laughs. Good job, Rex. Make sure you subscribe to everybody.
Peace out. Thanks, everyone.